Your appointment's rescheduled. Shutdown cancels U.S. citizenship ceremonies. About a dozen of us walked into a U.S. immigration office in Virginia on Saturday morning. Folks born all over the world excited to take the final step in becoming American citizens. We clutched our naturalization notices as we filed through security and lined up at the check-in desk. Soon, we would raise our right hands and swear the oath of allegiance to the United States in a ritual that is renowned as both solemn and joyful. Carrying miniature American flags, we would walk out citizens. But then, abruptly, we discovered the event had been canceled because of the government shutdown. "You should have been notified," remarked the staff worker at the desk. None of us had received any emails or phone calls. The workers at the entry had let us in without warning, suggesting the probability that they too had not been warned. Later, when I checked the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services USCIS website, it was temporarily down. When it came back online, I realized my appointment had been canceled days earlier due to unforeseen circumstances. If you hadn't examined the web page yourself, you would never have known. "We regret any inconvenience this may cause," the notice read. Around me in the office, disappointment rapidly turned into confusion. One woman with a hijab softly asked if I had been turned away too, afraid it might have been because of her dress. A man had assembled his family to celebrate his final step to becoming a U.S. citizen, only to depart unhappy and apprehensive. A few people sounded genuinely scared, wondering how the delay may affect their work, lives, and plans. This was more than an inconvenience. Some of us had spent years trudging through paperwork and interviews, as well as preparing for the citizenship test. After more than a decade of having a green card, I had decided to become a citizen and vote. All of us now were locked in limbo. At the office, we were advised to come back on November 1st. With the ongoing federal shutdown, though, there's a risk that may slide. The Immigration Service is mostly supported by application fees, and hence it normally stays operating during a government shutdown. But its director, Joseph Edlow, stated in a post on X that public-facing activities, such as interviews and naturalization ceremonies, can be delayed. He added that the agency regrets any negative impacts, but must ensure it complies with the law. It's unclear how many USCIS appointments or oath ceremonies have been canceled nationally. The service lists field office closures on a web page, but it does not provide totals for canceled ceremonies. Anecdotal stories have circulated online concerning additional swearing ceremonies that have been scrapped. What's also uncertain is when the government will reopen. Republicans and Democrats have been deadlocked over government funding since October 1st, leading to a shutdown that has placed more than 700,000 federal workers on unpaid leave. Add on the many quick changes made to U.S. immigration policy in the last 9 months, and the worry among those of us working to become American citizens can only intensify. The implications of Washington deadlock are spreading into the everyday lives and possibly futures of those of us wishing to make the U.S. our permanent home.